Hello, this is Sam, president of UC Furry Club, and today I will be showing you how to make perf cut stickers at UC's 1819 Innovation Center ground floor makerspace. This video will be in two parts, the first part being how to process your sticker, meaning how to create your cut paths, and the second part will be how to actually print and cut your stickers. I will be using Adobe Illustrator 2025. As a UC student, you have access to Adobe Creative Cloud, which includes Illustrator, by using UC's virtual machines, or by visiting an academic computer which will have Illustrator installed on it. This is Adobe Illustrator 2025, but newer and older versions of Illustrator should work exactly the same. Before we start working on our image, we are going to want to make sure any empty background space is removed. Empty background space can throw off our image dimensions. We can do this in an external program, or we can do this inside of Illustrator by right-clicking our image and selecting Crop Image. I have already done this, so I won't do this again. Next, we are going to resize our image. You can do this by selecting your image and going up to Properties. If you do not have a window that I have, you can go to Window and select it from the options here. I prefer to make my stickers 2 inches on the shortest side. You can do 2 inches on the longest side, you can do any size stickers that you want, but I prefer 2 inches on the shortest side. I'm going to make sure this chain button is pressed, which will preserve our aspect ratio. And then I will select our shortest side, type 2, hit enter, and it will automatically resize our image. I'm going to press Ctrl and plus a few times to zoom in our image just to make it a little more visible. Then I'm going to go up to Layer, click these 3 lines, and select Duplicate Layer. This bottom layer will be our art layer, and this top layer will be our cut path. We are going to work with our cut path right now, so I will hide this bottom layer by clicking this eye icon. Now I'm going to go back to Properties and select Image Trace. If you don't have the Image Trace button, you can go up to Object and select Image Trace and Make, but I prefer to select Image Trace right here. Then you are going to select Silhouettes and hit Expand. We are going to select our fill to be none. Our stroke size will be 0.25 points, and then we are going to open up our swatch. This step is very important and must be followed exactly. We are going to select New Swatch. The swatch name must be Cut Contour. The color type must be Spot Color. The color mode must be CMYK, and the color must be 100% magenta, and the other colors must be 0%. To recap, must be named Cut Contour, must be a spot color, must be CMYK, and must be 100% magenta. This way, the vinyl cutter understands what we are trying to cut out and what we are trying to print. It must be these settings or it will not cut out properly. We can click OK and click outside the swatches box to close the menu. Next, we are going to create the outline of our sticker. This is the white space around perf cut stickers. We are going to press Ctrl A to make sure everything is selected, go to Object, Path, Offset Path. For our offset, I prefer 1/8 of an inch to be the offset. But again, you can choose any size you'd like. But I've found that 1/8 of an inch is a good offset for 2-inch or medium-sized stickers. I'm going to type 1/8, and it will automatically do the math for 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to set the joins mode to round, and then hit OK. Now we are going to remove these extra lines inside of our sticker. We're going to hit Ctrl A again to make sure everything is selected. Go to Pathfinder. Again, if you don't have this, go to Window and select Pathfinder. Hit Unite, which will be this top left icon. This will remove almost all inside cut lines that we do not want. If there are any paths that are still left over, select the Direct Selection tool, click outside of the canvas to deselect our lines, click on any inside lines you want to get rid of, and hit Delete on the keyboard twice to remove the path. If we hit Ctrl A again, you can see that there are a few points here that seem redundant. We want to get rid of these because it can overcomplicate our stickers and make the vinyl cutter crash in some cases. So again, select everything, go to Object, Path, and Simplify. I just use whatever automatic simplification it comes up with. We can click away to deselect. Go back to Layers and make the bottom art layer visible again. Then we can select our actual sticker. We will go to Object, Flatten Transparency. I have found that the medium resolution preset works fine. If you are worried about quality, then you can select the high resolution preset, but medium works fine for most cases. We can click OK, and now we are done editing our sticker. To save it, we're going to click File, Save As. Select where you want to save it. Set Save As type to .eps, and make sure Use Artboards is deselected. Then click Save, and then OK. Now you have your finished file that is ready for the Makerspace. We are now on the Makerspace computer using the Gamma Print RipQ software. A few initial setup steps we need to do first. We are going to change our placement to Conserve Media. This ensures that our stickers are making the most of our material. Additionally, we're going to select this gear icon under the Change Media section and make sure our media group is 3M, our media is calendared vinyl, and our page size is 54 inches. At this point, if you have not already changed the printer material, do so now. This process is out of the scope for this video, but you can ask Makerspace staff to change the material for you or learn how to change it yourself by watching the video I included in the description. To import our stickers, go to Open in the top left, which will open the File Selection menu. Locate your stickers. I keep all of mine on a flash drive. Select all the ones you want to import and click Open. I recommend waiting for the stickers to finish ripping before continuing. This software likes to crash if overloaded with input. To edit each individual sticker, double-click on one, which will open the Job Properties panel. Again, ensure that your media group and media name are set properly. You can leave Mode Name default, but if you want slightly better print quality, you can select the second from the bottom preset, 8-pass high quality. This will take longer and use more ink, but will make the stickers look better when viewed up close. In the Contour Cutter dropdown, choose GraphTech Cutter. This sends the cut lines to the vinyl cutter when we print. I want to print 30 of these stickers, so I'll change copies to 30. You can also change the size of your sticker on this page, but note that making the sticker larger than 100% will decrease the quality of them. Then, make sure you select Calculate Ink Usage. This shows how many milliliters of ink will be used, which you then write on your print payment slip. Then click OK. The software will process again and update the preview on the right side of the screen with your new job settings. Complete these same steps again with the rest of your stickers. I have added the rest of my stickers and configured them the way that I want. As you can see, the print preview on the right side is very full, and the stickers are organized to waste very little material. Before printing, make sure that you are not printing more than 6 feet or 72 inches of stickers. Prints larger than this are hard for the vinyl cutter to work with. Before selecting Print, I'm going to make sure the Cut Server program is running. This is the program that sends the cut paths to the vinyl cutter. Then, when I'm happy with my stickers, I'm going to press Print Now. Once you select Print, the printer will begin a setup and warm-up sequence, which can take a minute or so. Once the warm-up sequence is over, the printer will start printing. Once the printer is completely done, on the control panel, select the button that looks like a roll of paper and press Feed to Cut Position. You will do this twice. Then, take your blade, position it in the cut groove, and cut through your material. Make sure to hold your material so it doesn't fall. I am now walking my sticker sheet to the vinyl cutter. I'm going to lift it into the black material pouch and feed the end of the sheet into the machine. Note that the end of the sticker sheet, or the side of the sheet that exited the printer last, goes into the vinyl cutter first. I'm sliding my sticker sheet into the machine, ensuring that the rollers are on top of the material, and that the edge of the sheet is straight using the white rectangles as a guide. I'm going to lift the latch to secure the material in place, and then press 3 on the control panel. The vinyl cutter will now check to make sure the rollers are in the correct location, and will measure the length of your material. Notice how far away from the white rectangle the sheet strays from. This means that I did not insert the material in straight. I will lower the locking lever, re-straighten the material, lock the sheet again, and have the vinyl cutter remeasure the sheet. I am happier with it the second time. It does not need to be perfect, just good enough that the sheet doesn't lose contact with the rollers. Now, we are going to talk about which vinyl cutter settings to use. Since this is a video on how to make perf cut stickers, we will use settings to perforate our material. First, make sure that the vinyl cutter blade is in position 3 by unscrewing the locking mechanism, inserting the blade into the slot closest to you, and locking the blade back down. Next, we are going to change what condition we are using, or which preset the vinyl cutter will follow. To change the condition, press the Condition button on the vinyl cutter, press 1, and then use the arrow keys to select which condition to use. The condition I recommend you use is Condition 7. This is the condition that I personally created, and I know that it works very well. You can also use Condition 8, which is the condition that the Makerspace uses. In my opinion, my preset produces much cleaner and easier to work with results. Once your chosen condition is highlighted, hit Enter to select it, and then press Menu to go back to the main screen of the vinyl cutter. We are now ready to cut. Using the arrow keys on the vinyl cutter, I'm going to position the blade inside the pocket of the close right registration mark. On the computer, I'm using the Cut Server program to select my project, which will usually be at the very bottom or the very top of the list on the left, and hitting the Cut Now button at the bottom of the screen. The vinyl cutter will now start searching for this registration mark. Once it finds the first mark, it will move left and search for the second, and so on until it finds all of your project's registration marks. Once it has found all of the marks, it will move the blade back to the beginning of your material sheet and start cutting. As you can see, I'm easily able to pop out these stickers. Once the stickers are completely done cutting, push the locking lever down and pull out your material. You can now pop out each sticker from the sticker sheet. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy making stickers.